Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent update from Regan Grimes ahead of the Italy Pro. And Regan is looking very dense and very detailed in this update. And Regan has always had great hamstrings, but it looks like he has improved on them even more over the past year. Overall, Regan is showcasing a lot of detail from top to bottom. And as of right now, he's my pick to win the Italy Pro. And again, Italy is shaping up to be a pretty competitive show. Speaking of that show, we have a recent update from Blessing Awodibu, and it seems like since Blessing hired a coach, his confidence has definitely went up. Going into the Chicago Pro, we saw little to no updates of Blessing Awodibu, but going into Italy, Blessing is posting updates almost every other day, and the competition is definitely gonna be stiff. But I'm just gonna wait to see how Blessing looks on stage. I'm not really gonna give any predictions. I was expecting Blessing to bring a crazy package to Chicago, and I was a little bit off about that. But really hoping that this guy can bring his best. And since we are talking about the Italy Pro, let's not leave out Nathan DeAsha, who will be making his comeback to the bodybuilding stage. And Nathan is going for his 10th Pro win, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty hungry for that. Nathan hasn't forgotten about their 4th place placing back in Prague. But between Nathan, Regan, and Blessing, we are definitely going to see some great backs on their 2023 Italy Pro stage. I'm really excited for this show. Now let's switch over to Rafael Brandao, who recently posted up an update. And in the caption of this post, Rafa said in the past when he focused on the scale weight, it seemed like it was hard for him to grow. But as of recent, he's just been focusing on his physique, and he said he's making more improvements than ever. But again, Rafa will be sitting the rest of this year out, and he will be coming back in 2024 to compete. Definitely a guy to watch out for. Top 10 in his Olympia debut. And let's switch over to some prep files of Andrew Jack going into the Texas Pro. I grabbed this from the Instagram of Sulios. I probably butchered that, but I will leave a link in the description below. I always like to look back on the prep files for guys, especially when they didn't really post any images during the prep. But this is definitely the driest I've ever seen Andrew jacked. Psycho Lewis had him posing for rounds and rounds with multiple heaters on in the room. But of course, when it comes to Andrew, still need more glute, still need more hamstring separation, more hamstring size. Best thing for Andrew to do is to get into that top 5 at this year's Olympia and have an entire year off to improve. Do you guys think he will finish within that top 5 this year? And let's switch over to Tonio Burton, who recently posted up an update. And in the caption of this post, Tonio said some say top 10, but he sees better. And I definitely like the confidence. And we've talked about this numerous times. It's going to be very hard to get into that top 10 at this year's Olympia. Possibly harder than it was to get into last year's top 10. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about that? But Tonio Burton has definitely been working since the Cali Pro. Tonio is looking very round and 3D in these updates. My only real critique, it looks like Tonio's upper body is pulling ahead of the legs just a little bit. Now let's switch over to 212. These are images of Keone Pearson prior to the Texas Pro, looking pretty impressive, man. Keone brought it to the 2023 Texas Pro. And going into this year's Olympia, he's looking to place higher than 6th place. He's working with Coach Patrick Tour. Patrick is known for getting guys in shape. I think Keone is going to be even better at the Mr. Olympia. And with all the hype surrounding the open division in Texas and Keone Pearson winning 212, I feel like I kind of left out Jaehun Park, who won the Classic Physique division, and this guy came out of nowhere to me personally. I had Robert Timms winning this show, and if not, Logan Franklin. And honestly, when he was announced as the winner, I was a little bit surprised, but once I looked at the HD videos and the HD pictures, he was probably the most complete bodybuilder on that day. In comparison to Robert Timms, he had bigger and better quads, and also more detail and separation throughout the glutes and the hamstrings. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about Jaehun Park? This video looks 1,000 times better than the pictures that we talked about. And let's switch over to Logan Franklin. This video of Logan was taken prior to the Texas Pro. And in the caption of this post, Logan said he doesn't think he did too bad prepping himself for the first time, but next time he will fill up a little bit earlier. But based off that caption, it sounds like Logan Franklin will continue to coach himself, and he will not be at this year's Olympia. Logan's next show will be the 2023 Shawn Ray Hawaiian Classic, which will be after the Mr. Olympia. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about in this video, I'm pretty sure at least some of you guys have seen Tyler Manion's recent videos talking about the 2023 Texas Pro, breaking it down pose by pose, and also just giving us the criteria for men's open bodybuilding as well as 212. But I have two clips that I grabbed from Tyler's video that I found very interesting, and I'm not going to comment on them at all. I'm just going to play them for you guys, and then we'll wrap up today's video. But just to touch on my last video, I want to say that I'm not a bodybuilding expert, and I have never claimed to be. I'm just a guy that makes videos, covers bodybuilding, and occasionally I give my opinion, and occasionally it's a little bit bold. But at the end of the day, what the head judges, what the judges say is what matters the most. So make sure you guys listen very closely to the head judge from the 2023 Texas Pro, and then we'll wrap up today's video.
When they both came out, actually the show was probably Hunter's to lose at that point, because the conditioning that he brought both times, he was very conditioned, very detailed, very separated. The back double bicep, Hunter has turned this pose, like I said earlier, into a huge strength. You see the size and the detail of his arms, his shoulders. His whole entire back now is dense and detailed and thick. All that flows into a nice small waist, and then we go into his lower body that was very well conditioned, with hamstrings popping, good size to his side legs. You know, basically this pose is now one of the best back double bicep poses we have in the Pro League.
But that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. I hope you did indeed enjoy it. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. As always, let me know your thoughts about any and every topic in this video. I'm Keone from GOAT Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.